You know who wasn't in the video? Lionel Messi, funnily enough. You know where he was, though? He was on the field this weekend. Well, he was technically on the field, but in a walking boot. Messi was honored for his Copa America title and the now, I think, numbers 45 career trophies that he's won at halftime Inter Miami's 2-1 victory over the Chicago Fire. A result, by the way, that leaves Miami first in the Eastern Conference, first in the Supporters' Shield race, despite Messi and Suarez missing the last, 7 games because of Copa America duties. Well, it turns out they're going to miss some more action. Here's a statement from Inter Miami. Leo Messi will miss the All-Star game, which is, of course, coming up here in a couple days due to an ankle injury, while Luis Suarez, who recently returned from international duty after over 40 days away from the club, will miss the All-Star game due to knee discomfort. And their availability for Saturday's Leagues Cup match will be assessed based on their daily recovery process. All right, so it looks like there's an extended absence coming up for both of those guys, but good thing for Inter Miami, there's at least a break when it comes to MLS play. How surprised are you that Inter Miami are still first, not just in the East, but in Supporters' Shield as well?
Would they win like 5 out of the last 7?
I think it was 6 out of 7 over the course of the absences.
Who's the genius who thought that, dog days of summer would hurt this team and hurt Messi? I was right about Messi. But man,
I think we both have to say we've both gotten some things wrong about this Inter Miami. I'll hold my hand up on one thing. And some of this is the rancor of a burned Mexico fan.
Okay.
I think Tata Martino cannot be judged on what he does with Messi in MLS. That's a cheat code. I said he's got to be judged by what he does when Messi's not around. That's when you're really going to see Tata Martino cut his chops as a manager. And the record before this run had been pretty poor, to be frank. But what he's done in this run, winning 6 out of 7. You got to take your hat off to him. I think where you got it wrong is you thought that this would be where you didn't think they were built for the long run, really. And they're proving at least right now they're built for the long run.
I think we're both on that. I think we're both on the same vein, just different sides of it. I didn't think they'd be good without Messi. That's a reality because they've shown us not to be good without Messi. Now they're showing us in this summer they can be good without not only Messi, but Suarez. So it's very impressive what they've done, and you have to give Tata Martino a lot of credit. I know people don't want to hear that, but you have to give him credit here. And I know there's a lot of different brainiacs that'll talk about how great the development and the identification of players and the recruitment and all these, different types of sports science are so great in Inter Miami. I am a firm believer that everything good that they have is because of Leo Messi. And I don't think it's that hard of a thing to admit. Certain players are getting looked at and evaluated.
Diego Gomez right now is linked to Brighton for 15
and there's a reason because people are paying attention because of Messi. I, along with a lot of different people, thought the success and failures will be hinged on Messi. Well, Tata Martino and these players, at least in the summer right now, are proving us wrong. Here's the thing, though. Now comes the important stuff for you. Now comes the big one for you. Leagues Cup.
One? Is that big one? Is that big for Inter Miami?
It is for Major League Soccer.
Okay. It's not for Inter Miami. They won it last year. They don't need another one. Their focus right now should be Supporters' Shield and getting that number 1 seed. Because
it's not about them. It's about Major League Soccer. And you just got embarrassed. You just got embarrassed by Liga MX in the CONCACAF Champions Cup. And the one thing that
he's in a boot. He's not playing in Leagues Cup.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. You've done well without Messi. Okay? Let's see when the big boys coming in town. Because now it's Tigres. Okay? Now it's Puebla. See what I did there?
Yes.
Okay, now it could be a lot more after that if you get out. And quite frankly, the way this is, we're going to do a Leagues Cup preview, but way things are going, the other side is looking good right now. There are some front runners.
He's going to get a month off here. Let's say
think so?
Yeah, I think he's not going to play either 2 games. And maybe.
By the way, it is complete horse crap that they won't give you an outline on what exactly he has going on, how long it will be. Other teams have to give you that. Inter Miami staying tight-lipped and won't say anything. That, to me, is embarrassing for Major League Soccer because we always hear things, and we've heard things about Major League Soccer from the beginning. The Galaxy get away with these things. LAFC get away with those things. Toronto here. Seattle there. Now it's Atlanta, whatever the case may be. But when it comes to Inter Miami, you've not only proven to get away with it, you look the other way. You publicly look the other way.
I picked them to win the Cup, but not the Supporters' Shield. Now I think they're going to win the Supporters' Shield. Would you take that bet? Field versus Inter Miami? I think a 4-point lead in the East, 5-point lead over.
It's tough.
You take Miami.
I take Miami.
You've come over to the dark side, or maybe you should say, come over to the pink side.
Hey, RSL went down. You know,
Yep.
the West. You know, Cincinnati when they should have won went down. So it's tough, man.
All right, so there we have it. Inter Miami having a great weekend, 2-1 win over Chicago, winning 6 of 7 without Luis Suarez or Lionel Messi.